Did Hall of Fame baseball player Big Ed Delahanty drown, or was he murdered? Let's find out. Okay, baseball fans, so tell me what you'd give to have a guy like this on your team. Big Ed Delahanty hit over 300 for 12 straight seasons, finished his career with a .346 average, batted over 400 3 times, and won 2 batting titles. Oh, and he wound up in Cooperstown. Big Ed lived large. He drank and gambled and chased women and drank some more. And he managed to do all of it while still finishing with the 4th highest career batting average in MLB history. Ed signed with the Senators in 1902, but by 1903, he was already unhappy with his contract. He felt Washington paid him too little, and he no longer wanted to play in the inferior American League. So on July 2nd, 1903, Big Ed left his team and all his personal belongings in his Detroit hotel room and boarded a train to Buffalo, New York, taking only his black Washington Senators cap. There, he hoped to meet with league officials and convince them to let him out of his contract with Washington. Unfortunately, Big Ed found the train ride boring. 8 hours and 5 shots of whiskey into the trip, he started causing a disturbance on the train, with some reports saying he was brandishing a straight razor and others that he tried to drag a female passenger out of her sleeping berth by her ankles. There were also reports that Delahanty was yelling about death. Whatever the story, the one thing everyone agrees on is that Big Ed was put off the train near Bridgeburg, Ontario, and he took off walking down the tracks. For the next week, no one noticed that Big Ed was missing. His wife, friends, and teammates were used to his extended absences and assumed he was off on a bender somewhere. But 7 days later, Big Ed's body, minus a leg, was found floating in the swirling waters at the base of Niagara Falls. A night guard said he confronted Big Ed about being on the bridge. The two struggled, and Ed ran off towards the American side of the tracks. Minutes later, he heard a splash. But here's the thing. During his initial interview with the police, the night guard was wearing a black Washington Senators cap, and it happened to be the same size as Ed's fitter. Then there were the reports of a strange man following Ed as he boarded the train. Ed's family and some of his teammates believed that Ed was murdered because of his opposition to the new American League, and he was killed before he could convince other players to try to return to the NL. Baseball historian Dan Holmes said blame for Ed's death was placed alternately on the railroad company, AL president Ban Johnson, John McGraw, and Giants owner John Brush, apparently for having given Delahanty hope that he could jump to their team. So did Big Ed die falling from the bridge accidentally, or was he pushed? Did the fall kill him? Did he drown? Or was he still alive when he went over Niagara Falls? Or was he already dead when he went in the water in the first place? We'll likely never know. Thanks for watching the Deadspin YouTube channel. Make sure to like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to our channel below. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications so you'll never miss an episode.